Wheeljack has been part of the Transformers universe since 1984. He has had a few upgrades since his original introduction. But our latest introduction is the Combiner Wars. Our question is, does he succeed in this iteration, or should we pass on him? Find out when we get into our review. Hello YouTube, Gijara here with a new review. Today we are going to look at Transformers Combiner Wars Wheeljack. Now I don't have the original packaging, and I do not have the original instructions. But I do have his accessories, and I do have, that was included in the packaging, the comic book. And I'm going to have to back out so that I could take a look at this. Goodness gracious, it's a big comic book. This is the comic book that came with Wheeljack Combiner Wars. I did take a quick look through this. The artwork in here is as incredible as you would expect. Was this one that I did read? I don't recall. No, this was not. I have not read this one yet. And I am not familiar with the IDW storyline, so I could not tell you what issue this is supposed to be, where it falls in. But I do know that on the back they do include the design elements for the Wheeljack toy, as seen there. And on the back we have the product image with group information and a brief bio, which you will have to check out because I don't think I can actually get you to zoom in on. Well, we can zoom in on it. Might be going too fast. You may have to pause to take a look. But yes, that is his comic book. Hasbro, IDW. Nice drawing image of Wheeljack on the cover. I do like that. But that's it for the comic book. Let us come back down and take a look at Wheeljack himself. I mean, let's face it, you didn't come here to look at the comic book review because you could get that from any comic book store. Let's take a look at Wheeljack here. Now, Wheeljack in his car mode is a nice representation of his G1 iteration. He could not tell you what kind of car this is, but it is definitely styled after his G1 look. You can see he's got tampograph stripes on his hood, down the side. Nice green stripe coming down the side skirt. Number 705. The wheels are molded in black. Silver highlights on the rim. Come to the back, it's just white with a few of the black accessory transformation parts. And the other side is just as like the first. On the front, there's no details on the front other than the bumper. On the hood, you do have more of the red racing stripes. You have an Autobot tampograph. And of course his back, yes, it is Wheeljack. He does roll very nicely, provided everything touches and some reason the front wheel does not seem to touch well. Yeah, the front wheel kind of just slides up to the top. I'm not sure why. But he does roll. He is very good at that. Now, for accessories, he does come with a vibro blade slash blaster, if we look at it, and we're going to take a quick look at that. It is molded in black, got some nice details on it, got silver paint app for the blade. Yes, it is a nice weapon. I do like that. Now for storage, you have this post right here. His blaster handle can fit on the top. Give him a blaster top if you wish. He does have this tab on the top of the gun, and it can fit right into that slot right there, so that he can have it sitting on the side like so, and it can fit on either side. He's got slots on both sides of it, so yes, you can store that there. He also comes with, of course, his Combiner Wars weapon slash hand, and this it's got a post right here on the top of it. It can fit onto the top of his roof in that port like so. Neither one of these I would actually display in car mode that way. It takes away from the sleekness that Wheeljack always had. But those are his accessories. Now we're going to bring in his wave mates, his combiner mates, the ones that we have reviewed so far. And that means I have to pull back so that I can get them all in. We have Skylinks, put him here. We have Hound, put him there. And we have Trailbreaker, we will put him in the back. That is the wave mates we have so far. We can see I'm starting to run out of room. This is going to be a lot of fun when I finally get Smokescreen reviewed. But yeah. Now for size comparisons, you can see that Hound is just slightly taller. As for scale wise, I suppose it works. It's kind of hard to say with the low driver's seat of Wheeljack. Let us bring Trailbreaker to the front. See how he size comparisons, scale comparisons actually does look really good. So we're going to put him aside, and of course we know that technically speaking, scale wise, Skylinks isn't going to scale to any of these. It's just too small for a shuttle look. But he does size well with Wheeljack in terms of the toy line. Now, as I said, Wheeljack does have a good G1 appearance here, but this is probably where the G1 comparison ends. We will be getting to transformation right now. So let's get into transformation mode. First off, let's raise up the camera because we are going to need the room. And wait a minute, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, we raised up. Okay. Now to start off with, take his black tail fins, his spoilers, yeah, his black spoilers. I gotta remember my car parts. Separate the legs here and pull down, and separate here. They are attached by 2 tabs and 2 slots on either side. let us zoom in. You have 2 tabs and 2 slots. Take the legs and separate them and push up. I do not like that joint. I will explain that one in just a moment, but let us push together, and they just friction slot right into the top there. Turn the car around, and we pull down his feet. And there we have Wheeljack in his feet. Lower half done, and we're going to have to come down a bit because that was just... And that is his feet. Next, we want to take the hood portion of the car and just fold back. As you fold back, you should be able to get your fingernails underneath the windshield and just pull that all the way down. And now you can separate or fold this back like so, and we're going to work on the arms. Pull out the door slash side skirts and just partially bring it up. Lower the arms and hold it like that for just a moment while we pull out the head. The head hides underneath this flap right here. Pull it up. Do not fold at this joint here. You want to fold it at this joint here. Actually, I take that back. Do fold it at this joint here. Let's see what I'm doing. Is this the one that does that? No? So what do we need to do? There is a tab right here. There is a slot here, and you want it to fit. There we go. Just like that. Snap into. We're still not quite there. Why are we not there? And there we go, and snap it. No, that's not correct. There we go. Yeah, the tab sits in front of the hinge there. Bring it down and press into place. Turn the head around, and the final point, take these tabs here and slide it up to lock it in place. There we have Wheeljack in his robot mode, and let me tell you my issue I have with his hip joints. His hip joints are on a separate swivel separator here, and the problem is it does kind of rock back and forth here in a bad way. Makes it hard to keep him standing steady straight up. Takes a little bit of work. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that. But when you do get him standing up, he does look good. Now let us take a look at the head sculpt. And as would be expected, we do have Wheeljack's head right there. Nice mold. And coming down, you can see the racing stripes and the Autobot tempoed. A little bit of black here for the combiner mode. The black thighs. Come down, see some green on the bottom of his legs, on his calves. Got white feet, and it zoomed out. There we go. Come up the side, you can see the green of the car. Got quite a bit of a backpack here. Yeah, it's quite alright. Now, taking a look at the head sculpt. It is on a ball joint. You get some wiggly waggly. He can look down, can look up. Do the poltergeist 360. His shoulders are on a ball joint. They can go up that far. They can swing 360, although the backpack does get in the way. He has double jointed elbows, so he can get all the way up here. His lower elbow is on a ball joint, so he does have side to side movement. He has no wrist articulation whatsoever. His hands are stuck there. His hips are on a ball joint. They can kick out that far, go back that far before the back gets in the way. And he can do full splits. He also has a thigh swivel. His knees can get a nice 90-degree angle, and the only ankle articulation is up if you can use that for anything. So articulation wise, he is okay. Not perfect, but you can get some nice deals in there. So let's just bring this back down, straighten him out. Yes, that is Wheeljack, and for his accessories, his vibroblade / gun can fit like so in his hand, or, like I said, it is a vibroblade. He could hold it as a sword. Nice touch. His combiner limb weapon, he can hold it, if you do it right, as a weapon, like so. And there he is, all geared up. Now, we're going to get into the size comparisons with the other Transformers. Bringing in Hound. Can see how they compare with each other. And Hound is just slightly a bit taller. We will bring in Trailbreaker. Can see Trailbreaker is just a little bit shorter. Would have never expected that. And of course we do want to bring him in with the leader of the combiners, Skylynx. And you can see how they compare together. And yeah, it is a nice comparison. It is a nice adage to the group. See if we could get all of these guys into the shot together. And I don't know, this is going to be a tough shot here. But let's pull back and we will see. Yeah, there's all 4 of them together, as best as I could get it into the frame. Okay, so we are now 4 out of 5 of the Skyrain combiners. And yeah, see, like I was saying, his hips, because of the way they are designed, they do kind of make him lean from side to side. So this is Wheeljack. His robot mode is not a perfect representation of his G1, but it is a close approximation. Approximation, is that a word? I'm going to have to check. He is a close approximation. I did forget to mention the waist swivel he does have. I forgot to mention that. But I put it in there, so don't fault me. But yes, that is Wheeljack. You can see he's got his blue on his eyes painted out in there. I did neglect to mention that. But yes. Is he a perfect G1 representation? No, I cannot say that. Is he a good update for Wheeljack? I'd have to say in some ways yes, some ways no. Not a great representation, but it is a decent one. And given the fact that he has been upgraded to a Combiner Wars character, I'm certain they did what they could to make him fit within the line. Now, like I said, when I do get into the Skyrain review, I will go through the different transformations for the limbs on all 4 of the characters that combine 2 Skylynx. So you will see how they all go there. But for the most part, yes, He is a good addition to the crew. I just don't know that he's a good representation of the G1 Wheeljack. But then that's my opinion. I am allowed to have an opinion. It is not for me to say whether you should buy him or not. Really, who pays attention to reviewers anyways? Because really what it comes down to is, if you see him, do you like him? If you see him, is he necessary for you to complete the set? So it's all up to you. And that is the reason I bought him. I had to complete the set so that I can do Skyrain. But I mean, if you're doing it just to have a Wheeljack, I would probably hold out and see if they come out with something better. If you're doing it to complete Skyrain, then yes, by all means get them. This is Gijaro with Nerdtopia. This is my review on Wheeljack from the Skyrain collection of Combiner Wars. I will not be putting any links to find him online, because you probably will only find him on eBay, Amazon. Yeah, so you'd have to search through those different venues to get a Wheeljack. But you will want to definitely consider the price when you do so, because I don't think he'd really should demand a lot of high prices just to complete them. I don't think so, but that's my opinion. This is Gijaro with Nerdtopia, and I will come back to you once again with a new review.